Welcome to the final segment of the Jeff Crilley Show. Man, it's been a fast hour. My final guests, Sarah McKenzie and Amy Myers. They are both certified coach practitioners. Their website, mmreallife.com. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jeff. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, with the tease for this segment was the narrative that you're telling yourself that's holding you back. Let's talk about that. Amy, let's start with you. What things do we tell ourselves that really hurt our ability to grow?
Well, oftentimes it's stories that we've been told throughout our formative years when we were growing up that keep us from truly reaching our unique genius. And oftentimes it's a story that maybe a teacher told, maybe a parent, maybe, a friend, a preacher. And it can be something as silly as, you shouldn't wear a certain thing or do a certain thing, or maybe it's don't embarrass the family name. And somehow that story is stored in our subconscious mind. And when that happens, it keeps us from truly reaching our potential throughout life.
Wow. Sarah, let's bring you in. Was there a story that you told yourself growing up that you had to shatter?
Oh, my goodness. So when I was born, coming in, I'll back up. My sister, when my mom was pregnant with her, knew she would be a girl. And back then in Thailand, she came out, boom, she's a girl. Everyone believed she would know. So when she was pregnant with me, she told my dad I'd be a boy. So when I was born, my dad's like, wait, put it back. It's broken.
Oh,
and that was the story that got told because even though, yes, I was born and I was present, I had no conscious thought of I should have been anything but who I was brought into this world as.
Wow.
And so feeling like a disappointment from day one, there was no way that my subconscious mind would allow me to overcome that because I was brought up as a little boy. I was brought up, in a military household where it was very regimented. And so for me, always trying to prove myself, always try to be good enough, but I could never overcome not being a boy. I mean, hello, I'm a woman,
right.
And this is who I am. So it took me a very long time to get beyond that subconscious story that kept sabotaging me in my success and all the things I wanted because I was trying to live up to this impossible standard of being something I wasn't.
Wow. Well, that experience probably helps you in your coaching. Amy, was there a story that you told yourself for too many years?
Oh, absolutely. I will never forget in second grade, my second grade teacher during a parent conference telling my parents or suggesting to my parents that I go to summer school for reading comprehension. Well, that story stuck in my mind that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't ever going to be good enough. And then many other stories followed that same pattern throughout my life. And so, until you are able to actually overcome what that story is, it's very hard to personally figure that out.
Wow.
What is that story and what is that limiting belief? And it's only through, some coaching and identifying where you keep making those same mistakes or, oftentimes people will say, I get to this certain point and then I'm just stuck. Well, there's something holding you back because we all were created to be unique geniuses,
Yes.
and I think as women, we often compare ourselves and we get into the whole, being better than. Well, it's not necessarily about being better than. Once you truly know who you are and how you were hardwired, you then get to champion everyone around you. And it's not about competition. It's about collaboration. It's about what am I going to do in this life to make this world a better place?
Well, part of the company name is Real Life. So what does that mean to you?
So when we were collaborating and coming up with that name, Amy's like, what about real life? And I'm thinking, okay, well, what does that mean? And for me, everything has to stand for something. So it came back to it's resonate with your truth. Engage first with yourself and then connect with others. Activate your intention. So we're not going to sit around and talk about it. We're going to do something. And then the L is my favorite. It's living your legacy. It's not about the knickknacks and the dust and the money you leave behind, but how are you living and breathing life into others? Because we're all here created to connect with others. We're all here to breathe life into those around us and lift them up. As we grow, we want others to grow around us. And so for everyone that's out here, we want you to stop being fake. We want you to stop with that, smile that says, oh, well, I'm fine, when you're not fine. We want you to own where you are, and that operating with inspired integrity and truth is huge for us, because own your life. You only get one chance around on this world, so enjoy every moment and every opportunity that you have to make a difference, to be a blessing for your life and for everyone around you.
My guests right now, Amy Myers and Sarah McKenzie. Their website is mmreallife.com. Amy, what are some things that people should know as we go into 2018? What are some habits that we need to break?
Well, I think, one thing that we often do is set these grandiose 2018. These are my resolutions for 2018. And research indicates that 95% of people have already given up on their resolution by January 15th.
Wow.
And the reason is it's a stated should. I should lose weight. I should improve my relationship with my mother. I should get more engaged in my child's school. I should go to the gym. And we give ourselves permission to should all day long, but we never create the vision of truly, getting down to the core of what are the biggest priorities, what are the rocks, what are the things that are going to sustain you and your family for the long term, or you for yourself. Because first, you have to be rock solid on your own before you can ever be good for anyone else, whether it's a coworker or, a partner or a spouse or child or, anything. So it's getting intentional with the vision that you want for your life, and owning that vision. And a resolution is basically you go off on an island and you dismiss the boat because you resolve to do it. So that's where I would like to see people get intentional, is with their resolve and with creating a clear vision. The problem is sometimes it's difficult alone to figure out how to get there.
Sarah, what kind of companies or individuals do you guys like to work with?
Oh, my goodness. We work across the board, because some of my clients are high-level execs in small to medium-sized companies. Some work in large Fortune 500 companies. But our sweet spot is, for us, I love working with families and kids. But it's how do we take this whole concept of having an asset and resilience mindset and drive it across from our little kids, because we want to train tomorrow's leaders and make them resilient, but we also want our leaders to have that same intentionality with how they drive every piece of their life. So our coaching, our company is for everyone. It's not just executives. It's not just little kids. It's everyone in between.
And Amy, do you find that millennial clients are different than boomer clients?
I think that absolutely technology has played a very big piece in that. And, of course, boomer clients are not as comfortable with technology. But the problem with millennials and those, younger is that we're not having connection with people. We're losing that connection, and technology is replacing it. And so our dopamine rush comes from the pings and the dings and the likes and the following and the, that rush. And it's unfortunate that kids going off to college today they don't know how to form relationships.
Wow.
And that connection. And so the problem with millennials in the workforce is that there's just this dissension, and they just want to feel connected.
Wow. We're going to have you guys back, because unfortunately we're out of time. The website is mmreallife.com. Amy Myers, Sarah McKenzie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jeff.
And we'll see everybody next week.
Wonderful.